here, this is your last major tournament before April, right? I wonder just if there's anything you can share about the differences between your lead up to the match in Bonn versus now. Of course, then you were playing several events right up until it. What caused you to decide to take a break for a few months after this?
No, it really came down to there. I played Bilbao, here I played Wijk, but Wijk is 2 months earlier, so there's a much bigger cushion, that's all. Otherwise, I wasn't playing that much even before. It's just there were a couple of rapids which came in quick succession. Mainz and Leon.
Yeah.
But if you leave those out, I hadn't played since basically Nice in 2008, so not much of a big difference actually.
And so far here, how do you feel you're playing? It seems like you're maybe a little slow getting going, or maybe you don't have great ambitions for this tournament, using more as a warm-up.
No, I would like to do well, but so far things haven't fallen in place really. I mean, with shot maybe there was one moment, and otherwise I haven't been actually getting that many chances, but hopefully that'll change.
Okay, and as far as your game with Nakamura, since it was your first game with him, what were your impressions?
Well, of course, we know that Hikaru is quite original. In fact, I think it's the first Dutch I've had in ages. I mean, normally otherwise you get Slav, but with Nakamura at least you expect to play something else, a different ECO code. And, very unusual structure for me. I think when I played E3, he reacted with A5. And if everything we did is correct, then it seems that probably this is a good resource for black, because he goes knight a7, swaps some more pawns, brings his knight around. So maybe instead of e3, white can do something. I don't know, but it's all fairly new, so maybe it's worth analyzing a bit.
And then in the middle game, most of these lines you're looking at seem to lead to rough equality.
Basically, yeah. And in the end, he kind of liquidated queen a5, queen takes, I take on c6. Obviously, the point is with the pawn on f5, if ever I get some time, his king is going to be quite weak. So if I can bring my rooks to bear and put a knight on d4 and maybe maneuver the queen around, then I'm going to be seriously better. And just never get the time, because and also it must be said, his pawn on a4 versus my pawn on a3 is a huge advantage for him. So that's a factor. When the bishops were there, that's a factor, because very often that bishop on g7 is just coming to b2, picking up a pawn, and then it becomes a very powerful pass pawn. So those were kind of the themes we were playing with, but I don't think anything really happened where one side got better.
Thanks very much, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks.